Paul continues with this long thought, which began in verse 3. Taken together, the verses read, I thank my God upon every remembrance of you, always in every prayer of mine, making request for you with all joy, for your fellowship in the gospel from the first day until now, being confident of this very thing, that he who has begun a good work in you will complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. Okay, so you're getting the full measure of what he's trying to say. The words of verse 6 begin with being confident. This is connected to for your fellowship in the gospel from the first day until now. That sentiment was speaking of the endurance of the Philippians from the first day until now. He now builds upon that with words of marvelous reassurance. They are words which he is fully confident to proclaim. They are words which should give us the greatest sense of calm possible, especially when we blow it and we do something really stupid. They should also be taken to heart by unsound teachers who state that we can, in fact, lose our salvation. Such a notion, one, lies in the face of Paul's words now. Two, it calls into question the integrity of God, which Paul will relay in his words ahead. And three, it is not supported by any other sentiment in Scripture which is taken in proper context. There is no place in Scripture where you will find a loss of salvation for a person that has blown it. You are not going to find that. If you want the premier example of that, I say it almost every sermon because we're in the Old Testament, and I bring it up time and time again in the Bible studies as well because it's so obvious. Israel. Israel has blown it for their entire history. From the moment after they were accepted as God's people in Exodus 19 and 20, the giving of the Ten Commandments, and the people agreed that they would do those things, from that moment on, they blew it. Moses went up to receive the rest of the law, and what did they do? They're down there building a golden calf, and they're worshiping it, and they're doing all these crazy things, and down comes Moses, and from there, they just continued to blow it throughout their entire history, failing to accept the word of the Lord, failing to trust the word of the Lord, purposely disobeying the word of the Lord, and yet the Lord has been faithful to what he said to them. All the way through human history, he has kept his word to them, okay? That same group of people, whether people want to agree with it or not, that same group of people is alive and well in the world today. Still not right with him, still disobedient to him, and yet he has kept them as a people because, here's the reason why, God is faithful even when we are unfaithful, okay? And there's a second reason why he's done this, is because they, the people of Israel, are a template for every individual believer in Jesus Christ. He's using this disobedient group of people to say, you're no different than they are. You and you and you and you and all of you people, you're no different than Israel. But I will keep my covenant with you, just as I have kept with them. This is a great thing about the faithfulness of God.